What's happening, fandoms?
Welcome back to the channel if you're new here.
We react to music videos and shows.
Today we're dipping back into some content from our friend Will at the Pixelists. We actually reacted to this Legends of Vox Machina Season 2 Red Band trailer with Will and Blake from the Pixelists. That was a lot of fun.
We really enjoyed it.
And the reason that we even are aware of the Pixelists is Will here, for Season 1, did an Easter egg breakdown of every episode of The Legend of Vox Machina, and they were very, very good. And so we're going to check out his brand new breakdown of details and Easter eggs
that we
might have missed, and most people did because it went real fast. And this thing was
missed a lot.
Jam-packed. Spoiler warning, if you don't want to be spoiled for what some things are, you should stop watching now, because this is not possible to do without spoilers. So with that said, this is your last warning, spoiler warning. Leave now, because we're going into spoilers right now.
Oh no, keep watching.
Here we go.
We need the views.
Here we go.
Welcome back to the Pixelists. I'm Will, and this is a breakdown of everything you might have missed from the Legend of Vox Machina Season 2 trailer. The trailer opens up with everyone's favorite fearsome foursome, the Chroma Conclave, featuring such hype members as Reation, the Deceased Deceiver, Umbrasyl, the Hope Devourer, Vorgal, the Frigid Doom, and of course, Thordak, the Cinder King.
Oh, wow.
We then have some hauntingly beautiful shots of the Chroma Conclave putting their breath weapons on full display and wreaking absolute havoc on Amon.
Yeah.
Next, we jump to a scene of Vax on a wasteland battlefield in the presence of three enormous deities. We have Pelor the Dawnfather, Ioun the Knowing Mistress, and one of the Betrayer Gods, potentially Tharizdun due to his history with the other two.
Wow, I missed that part. I saw that particular. Like,
the middle one was the most obvious, and I thought it was the Raven Queen, but she does look different than that. And with the third eye, that's definitely Ioun, so he's right on that. We might see some shots of the Raven Queen later, but yeah, very, very interesting. This is most likely some kind of a dream sequence,
right?
Or something like that, or an astral projection of some sort or something.
This may be the Raven Queen filling in Vax on some important history from the Calamity. Next, we have the hype moment of Grog charging in head first to strike the dragon, only to have
I didn't
his
even know it
axe
was a dragon.
shatter. This is an homage to a direct moment in Campaign 1. 19 misses.
This is
run to the dragon and hack away.
All right, make your strikes.
All right. Where the hell? Where's that son of a bitch? 19.
19 misses.
19 misses?
Next up, we have the blink and you miss.
So that's why he's like, oh.
Yeah, this was, I remember that moment in the campaign. That was like 19 never misses, right?
Right.
A 19 is a very hard target.
Right.
And I don't think they had ever encountered anything before where they would roll a 19 and not hit them. So it was like, you saw his face. He was like, what? 19 misses? It was a really big shock for the cast.
Wow.
Now they've fought things that have much harder than that. So 20 plus is often
a miss.
Yeah,
too?
often a miss. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Miss a detail of the wanted poster behind the party actually calling for the bounty on Vex and Vax. As the trailer continues, we get this fun little montage of moments, but the thing that stuck out to me most was this Grog fight. It's conveniently sandwiched between two scenes from a tavern, making you think that this is probably another barroom brawl.
Right.
But in fact, it's actually the fight between him and his uncle Kevdak, one of the moments I'm most excited for this season. In the next scene,
I think we are going to see the Kevdak fight, but in my opinion, this is most likely a pit fight in Vasselheim, because when they visit Vasselheim, the very first thing they do is they enter into a
castle,
a tavern where there's a fighting ring. And Grog masquerades himself as Philip. He claims his name is Philip, and he fights a bunch of people, or he fights one guy, and I think he gets his butt kicked. And then because of that, he is prompted to like take on some learning and try to become a better fighter and stuff. And so he goes to a temple in Vasselheim. So I think that might actually be not the Thordak, they're not the Kevdak fight. But I think that we will see Kevdak this season.
Mm-hmm.
We either have a tavern or what I think could be the Slayer's take. If you'll notice in the background, we have some mounted monster heads.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments about what creatures you guys think these represent. In this next scene, we get a quick glimpse of Vex sitting on her broom, and there's actually a bit of a longer scene of her actually flying on it later, but it's just good to know she's got her vroom vroom handy broom. All she needs now is a witch's hat. Next up, we get a sneak peek of the big bad evil guy of season 2, Vox Machina's arch nemesis, the Door, and a nice little shot there of them being befuddled on how to deal with it. Next up in the trailer, we have Sphinx Watch, because there are not one but 2 distinct sphinxes in this trailer.
Yeah.
We have both Osisia and Kamal Jori. Osisia is the sphinx beneath the Slayer's take, and Kamal Jori is the one that Vox Machina will be learning more about the vestiges of divergence from. Speaking of, we get a glimpse at 2 of the vestiges, both Finthras and the Titan Stone Knuckles.
Wow.
We get a shot of what appears to be a temple to the Raven Queen,
There's the
specifically
Raven Queen.
probably the temple of Per Von Sul, champion of the Raven Queen, and the location of yet another vestige of divergence, the Deathwalker's Ward. Unfortunately, this tomb is submerged beneath the lake. But as luck would have it, Vox Machina has powerful spellcasters in spades, as we get this shot of Keyleth and Zara casting control water in order to part the seas and allow them access. And this is probably where they encounter this creature that we see in the trailer, a beholder, or at least beholder adjacent due to copyright issues.
Sorry. The way she's spread it's kind of like the one in the Bible.
Kinda. Yeah. The parting of the Red Sea.
The Red
Sea.
So that's why I'm like, oh, is that kind of weird they did the party of the Red Sea? It's just, what are the symbolism on that part?
Nope, it's just them controlling water. They did the same thing. They parted that water so they could get down below it, but
It's
it has
pretty similar to come across.
Has no biblical reference into it.
I thought it was just like, how come they're doing it based on biblical? But I guess it's just they're doing it because it is as it is.
Yep.
Before moving on, there are 2 snippets amongst this part of the trailer's montage that I would be remiss to gloss over. To begin, we get our first glimpse at Dr. Dranzel and Dr. Dranzel's spectacular traveling troupe, including Kaylee, but more spectacularly, we get our first glimpse at Grog's glorious beard, thanks to the belt of Dwarvenkind. I've been waiting to see this, and I was so excited to see it. Now, I know I mentioned her earlier, but please allow me to officially introduce Zara Hydrus and Kashaw Vesh, 2 highly anticipated and fan-favorite guest characters coming this season. They're played by Mary Elizabeth McGlynn and Will Friedle, respectively, and Mary is actually the voice director on this series, which just goes to show how close and how much trust the cast have with her. Everyone involved has got to be to the moon with these characters finally getting introduced. Next up, we have a few quick scenes of Keyleth. First and foremost, we have her casting Wall of Thorns in the Kevdak encounter, and that's quickly followed by a couple scenes where she appears to be tripping on drugs or something. There's a few moments in the campaign that this could be referring to, but I think they're possibly taking a bit of a creative liberty with this one, so I'm really interested to see what moment this is. But
I think
hilariously,
it's a
we hear which character Cheech Marin is going to be playing this season, and it is none other than drug-induced Trinket. Okay, this next moment is honestly the highlight of the trailer for me, and is probably one of my most anticipated moments of all of season 2, and that is Grog descending from the heavens, putting everything he's got in this aerial axe strike. I won't go into any more spoilers than that, but part of what makes this moment possible is what we see in this next scene, and that is Vex's special necklace, which essentially lets her treat Trinket like a Pokemon. Next up, we get a glimpse of yet another one of my favorite moments from Campaign 1, and that is Vax and Scanlan bravely going where no man has gone before, and I just cannot wait to see this episode. The trailer then cuts to the title tag, where the words "The Legend of Vox Machina" get absolutely scorched and left as a red-hot frame of what they once were, which is just the thematic cherry on top of this amazing trailer. And that leaves us with the stinger, which finds Vox Machina in some snow-capped mountains, which I believe to be above the now ruined city of Draconia, following our heroes as they approach and face down Vorgol.
Very likely.
And for those of you with the keen sight feet, you might just notice Vax wearing one of his newly acquired vestiges of divergence. the
Ah.
Deathwalker's ward.
Yep.
Alrighty, y'all. That's going to do it for my breakdown. Be sure to let me know in the comments any Easter eggs that you found that I might have missed, or just what you're most excited to see come season 2.
The other thing you might have seen in that last picture he showed was Vexalia standing next to Percy,
Yeah.
wearing Percy's coat.
Oh.
So that's a little bit of a hint to things to come.
So are they together?
We'll see.
Wow.
And if you're into Critical Role, you're into D&D, definitely check out our channel. I'm going to be doing an in-depth Easter egg breakdown of every episode once season 2 drops. And Blake and I do a podcast every week discussing campaign 3. So we would love to have you be a part of that conversation. You can find us on Twitter at the Pixelists, on TikTok at Pixelists, and here on YouTube at Pixelists. So yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Wait.
Where's Larkin? Yeah, okay.
His explanation on this made me understand more. I was a bit more confused at the very beginning because I did not watch the season. So I'm coming in as a blind, you know, less.
No, yeah, I understand. I've seen all of campaign, actually all of everything Critical Role's ever done.
You're my main critter.
Yeah.
I'm like the non-critter.
She's the new critter. I'm the old school critter.
Yeah, I'm coming in blind. So I've seen the Vox Machina, you know, season 1. I really enjoyed it. I came in as blind as well. And then he taught me a little bit of what it is, but I guess you have to watch the whole shebang.
You don't have to, but I
to
certainly,
get it.
yeah, I certainly
to get the
enjoyed
whole, yeah.
To know what's coming based on those images. You have to have known what they already did. So I thought, Will, you did a great job.
Oh yes, he did.
That was an amazing breakdown. I don't think there was really anything in there that got left out. I slightly disagree with a couple of points that you made, but other than that, I think it was amazing, and I plan to watch every single one of those season 2 breakdowns as they come out. Thanks a lot, Will.
And he made it clarify about the belt and also the jewelry. I missed that part, so I'm like, I go, oh wow, he clarified it for me what it was. So I'm like, I've learned a lot on this. Well, really appreciate it. I'm still new at this. I'm a new critter. So as it goes, I will truly understand as, you know, we watch your breakdowns. That would help, especially me. We have no idea. So we are really grateful for, you know, being partner and also meeting you. So thank you again, Will. Really appreciate it. And thank you for tuning into our channel. Don't forget to give your love and support to Pixelists. The link will be in our description below. And thank you for watching our channel. We really appreciate your love and support. And please keep your recommendations and your suggestions coming. Thank you again, and see you in the next video.